Okay, first things first, like the video, thank you. So this is kind of like an update to the video I made about the social media influencer that went looting. Her name is Meatball. So I'm watching this video. I heard that she was asking for donations for a legal fund, or she's asking for donations for herself because she was I don't know what happened, but she was asking for donations on her social media. I'm just watching this video now from the Young Turks. Anna's talking about the whole thing now, so I think I'll just react to this. Thank you.
A popular social media influencer who is not the person you see in the images next to me, named Deja Blackwell, also known as Meatball online, was arrested after live streaming a crowd of people looting stores in Philadelphia's city center last week.
Yep.
Now, her lawyer is accusing people who are criticizing her of being racist. So before we get to the
Yeah, it's BS there. I mean, just any excuse. You filmed yourself looting and inciting people to loot. So I don't know why lawyers just you're grabbing any excuse now.
lawyer's claims, let's get to what happened with the looting, how this woman was arrested and why she was arrested.
Oh, yeah. I'll let you know. The thing about Anne is she used to be very easy on crime, forgive everybody. But then she had an incident where there was a homeless person. I'm 100% the homeless person outside her house. She went outside and they said some weird things to her, and they touched her inappropriately, like sexually touched her, assaulted her, and now she changed her whole views. It's a bit like she was instigated from all this like crime, and then it happened to her, and now she changed her mind, and now she's more harsh on these things. She's more realistic.
And then you can judge for yourselves. Now, what happened?
Let's go back a little bit.
Let's get to what happened with the looting, how this woman was arrested and why she was arrested, and then you can judge for yourselves. Now, what happened? So groups of looters hit multiple locations in Philadelphia, including an Apple store, 18 state liquor stores, pharmacies, Lululemon, and more. Authorities ended up
and a Foot Locker.
52 individuals, and they even recovered an illegal gun. 3 of those arrested happened to be teenagers. The looting took place over a span of 8 hours. And while I mentioned city center, it started in city center and then expanded to other neighborhoods, including Northeast Philly and West Philly. Now, here's an example, just so you see with your own eyes, what the scenes looked like as the looting took place.
Everybody must eat. Yeah, Meatball has been eating too much. She needs to relax. But the full video of all this looting is on my channel, so check that out. It'll be linked in the description. Chaos.
Now, the woman you hear yelling free iPhones and kind of laughing off what's happening is Deja Blackwell. At one point, she's heard saying, "Tell the police they either lock me up tonight or it's going to get lit. It's going to be a movie." Well, Meatball, you said it. You got arrested. And now she and her lawyer are crying about it. She could also be seen.
And it's a lot harsher now. Before she had that assault happen to her, she would be something like, "Oh, we need to understand why people are doing this. We need to forgive and all this stuff." But nah.
Walking with the crowd as they moved from one store to another. So Deja Blackwell has been charged. She was arrested, as I mentioned. What are the charges? Burglary, conspiracy, criminal trespass, riot, criminal mischief, criminal use of communication facility, receipt of stolen property.
Okay, they're throwing everything out of burglary, conspiracy. Okay, trespass, yes. Riot, conspiracy, yes. Criminal mischief, yes. Use of communication facility. Yes, she was streaming it. receipt of stolen property. She stole, I think she might have taken an Samsung iPhone or a tablet, and she was stealing alcohol. So she's a picture of her taking the whiskey. Disorderly conduct, yeah, she was, she was organizing things as well.
Property and disorderly conduct. The 21-year-old was later bailed out by her mother. That happened early.
Dude, I didn't even realize her mother was there when she was going mothers. She was talking to her own mother. She went looting with her mother. Apparently, she's on the video trying to get into the Apple store or something. It's crazy. Also, Meatball, 21 years old. Damn, life's been harsh. She doesn't look 21. I mean, I thought black people don't age. I mean, 21. She can't be 21. Oh my God, life has been hard on her. Black does crack.
Thursday morning. Unsurprisingly, the influencer with close to 650,000 followers across Instagram and TikTok got some blowback. Luckily, her followers were really not appreciative
I'm
of
surprised.
her involvement in this. And now Blackwell's lawyer is accusing those criticizing her of racism.
Racism.
Because had that person been white or Latino or Muslim, I mean, the commentary would be different, right? Except it wouldn't. I don't think it would be. The idea that she is now facing criticism and prosecution simply because she happens to be a black woman is ridiculous. And yet another example of providing cover for illegal behavior, bad behavior, by using and weaponizing race.
Okay, look. The thing is, right? She's saying that you shouldn't weaponize race. Dude, all she was used to, I know Anna's changed now, but all Anna used to do is weaponize race. There's programs on TYT, like there's this doctor called, I don't know, Rashid or something like that. His channel name is Indisputable. He's doing that all the time, weaponizing race. He got the Karen city bike story wrong. Wouldn't apologize. Then he had to apologize because he's gonna get sued. Then he went back, doubled down on it, saying that she was being racist or she had something. Dude, that's all they do on this channel is weaponize race. Anna's the only one who's changed her leaf now. She changed what she's saying.
It's disgusting. It's disgusting when it happens, and I'm sick of it. So let me give you what her lawyer had to say. Her name's Jessica Mann, managing attorney at Shaka Johnson. It sickens me to witness the media's complicity in what can only be described as an all-out assault on black and brown people, as their character and actions are mercilessly vilified. Can you guys cue up the video again, please? We're gonna watch it again. I'm gonna read that quote again, and then we're gonna go to the video.
Anna's angry.
Again. Let's read the quote again.
Is Anna Latina?
Jessica Mann
I don't know.
was quoted as saying, "It sickens me to witness the media's complicity in what can only be described as an all-out assault on black and brown people, as their character and actions are mercilessly vilified." Now let's take a look at the character and actions of Meatball. Let's watch.
Meatball bouncing around. Everyone must drink alcohol. Yeah, not very good character.
Now, mind you, the media didn't post that video all over the internet. Meatball posted that video.
She was live. It was live.
So was Meatball vilifying herself? I would say so. By the way, the lawyer, Mann, also argued that the media should have focused on how Blackwell was doing nothing more than capturing the raw reality of public outrage when she streamed the events on September 26th.
No, they had a peaceful protest at the beginning. Yeah, what happened to that guy who got shot by the police officer? That was messed up. Yeah, that was wrong. But they had a peaceful protest. Then they had this looting that happened afterwards. She was part of the looting. Yeah, that's not... I think even the family didn't want them to go looting like that. It was just not protest. This was just them trying to get free stuff.
Now, what she's referring to is the context is a case involving a police shooting. The police officer killed a 27-year-old man by the name of Eddie Irizarry during a traffic stop last month.
Yeah, check
The
out my
police
video about
initially
that.
said that Irizarry had lunged at the officers while outside of his vehicle, but later admitted that that actually wasn't the case. His family has now filed a wrongful death lawsuit. Blackwell did refer to Eddie at least twice during her live stream, so I want to give you the full context of that. I also want to tell you I don't care, okay? You don't respond to injustice by looting 18 liquor stores and an Apple store. Okay.
Because there was George Floyd, and there was a lot of looting that happened after that. I think this whole channel was kind of pro. I don't. You should go back to look at the videos about that time, because she's a lot more harsher now.
And by the way, there were peaceful protests in regard to that situation. And those peaceful protests were not in any way tied to the looters who decided to, exploit the situation
Definitely.
in order to engage in the criminality that you just watched.
Go on,
the reason
Ann.
why I'm so angry about this at this point is because honestly, our side of the political aisle loves to provide cover for it, and I find it gross.
True.
And I'm done.
You one of them.
I'm
trying to forgive you now.
Understanding toward that perspective. I'm not understanding anymore. It is destroying communities. It is mostly victimizing majority Black and brown communities. Stores are shutting down, people are losing their jobs, and then you have these wannabe revolutionaries streaming day in and day out, providing cover for this garbage. I'm not into it. It's stupid, and I'm glad she got arrested. Great.
Yeah.
Cenk, what do you think?
So when you say to the cops, come and arrest me, and then they come and arrest you, I don't think you get to complain at that point. So you couldn't have been any clearer. Okay.
So I think we all know looting is a crime, no? Did she not know looting was a crime, and instigating and organizing it was a crime? It's weird.
I actually think that when they overuse racism like this, and they say someone who's on tape say, everybody get free iPhones, everybody go in and break in, you're only targeting her because she's Black and you're racist. Well, that's the boy who cried wolf, and it does great damage. Go in and break in, you're only targeting her because she's Black and you're racist. Well, that's the boy who cried wolf, and it does great damage to the cause of actually fighting against racism. And it's in it itself is a little bit racist, because oftentimes you'll hear people, and I get it, this is a defense attorney, he's trying to make a case for someone who's on tape and indefensible. But it's a cheap, terrible way to make that case, because it hurts the rest of the Black community and all people of color.
True.
Because they say, oh, you're prosecuting this criminal, and that's because you hate Black people. No, wait a minute. Black people have been targeted in this country by prosecution a lot of times when they did not deserve it. And we've covered those cases hundreds of times here, right? But when you just defend all criminals and say it's because they're Black, you're almost saying that, oh, right, like that somehow Black people do this, and hence, if you prosecute a criminal, you're.
So I'm guessing they're playing the race card to get out of jail now, or get out of all these charges. I don't know.
Prosecuting Black people? No. You're not prosecuting all Black people. You're prosecuting that Black person. By the way, in an effort to protect the rest of the community who happens to be Black and brown. Look, Dr. Martin Luther King said that riots are the voice of the unheard. And there's a lot of truth to that. And in the 1960s, people were genuinely outraged. After George Floyd, a lot of people were genuinely outraged. And it has happened throughout American history, right? And so as it's painful to see the fires, et cetera, and the damage that's caused, there's a part of me that understands the rage and what led to it, especially after a massive.
Okay, this is where he's lost me again. I think he's just. This is what they used to do. Just we need to forgive everything. This is just. Oh my God, he's gone off again. He's lost me. He's losing me completely here.
Justice, right?
Is he saying crime's okay now? Looting's first is bad, nice turning all around again.
Looting is not the voice of the unheard. First of all, we just heard you. You were on tape. You were very loud and clear. And you were talking about everybody's got to eat. And you're like super proud about all the looting going on. What part of the unheard is about stealing iPhones?
Right. It's actually the voice of opportunists and scumbags.
Facts.
That's what it's the voice of.
Facts.
Let's just keep it
And
real.
when you take like significant rage that comes with the injustice that has been visited upon Black people in this country, and then you use it to steal iPhones and then make excuses where you hide behind the color of your skin, that is not at all helpful to the cause. So no, and guys, do not think that a defense attorney for this particular person, or maybe a couple of loud boys, which I haven't even heard yet, online, represents the whole community. There's no way in the world. Look, and it's deeply insulting to people of color. They also have eyes and ears. They just saw her on tape, okay? And she doesn't represent all Black people. That's insane. Those looters do not represent all Black people. That's insane.
Yeah, he's right about that. Yeah.
Okay, so they took advantage of a situation. They shouldn't have done that, and then she had the audacity to basically rub it in everybody's face. And I'm not shedding one tear that she got arrested for something that was
You realize nobody else was live streaming this looting. As far as I know, I've never seen anybody else doing it. She was the only one, so obviously they're gonna go after her. If there was other people, they're gonna go after those people as well.
obviously criminal. So much so that she bragged about it and asked the cops to arrest her.
Now, a few final details on this. Philadelphia's interim police commissioner, John Stanford, accused Blackwell of leading a caravan of looters from store to store, as well as committing burglaries herself and encouraging others to commit burglaries.
She's on stream doing
now,
it.
As I mentioned, she was arrested, so she did spend some
Are you gonna
time
argue
in
against
jail
that?
before her mother bailed her out.
Her
And
mother's
so later,
mothers.
she posted on social media about it and said, "I've never been through nothing like that in my life. What happened? I need some sleep. I'm scared. I'm traumatized. Never again
Dude, apparently she's making out to be a victim. Oh my god.
in my life." You know what's also traumatizing? Working in one of those stores that's getting looted by a giant group of people who have no concern for anyone inside the store, no concern for the workers.
True, did you see the security guard in the Apple store? I mean, he was getting odd.
As I mentioned, one of the individuals had a gun on them. Luckily, no one was actually hurt as a result of that. But she also told local reporters that she never wants to go back to jail. She said, quote, "I just prefer, never loot again, stay out of trouble." So apparently, serving a little bit of time behind bars does serve as a deterrent for some. And I certainly hope that's the case for Meatball. Any final words, Jane?
She's almost doing an ad for law enforcement. Law enforcement works. People love to brag and we're stealing stuff and it's so much fun. And then all of a sudden
Wasn't this the channel defund the police? Well, I think it was bad messaging about defunding the police. I think they could have asked for a better police force and remove bad cops from the department, but there was a bad messaging from BLM there.
Spent a little bit of time in jail, and it turns out, for some people at least, that this scares them straight a little bit. And then all of a sudden, she's like talking about never again, and I'm not going to loot. Good. That's how it's supposed to work. And you're not supposed to brag about committing crimes on tape. And guys, this is not just guys, it bothers me deeply that they made this about race when it's about criminality. And I hate that those two things are now getting intermingled when they have no business being intermingled. Okay, but on top of that,
so do you think looting is about race now? They've connected looting with the kind of race, color of your race, or you put.
This is also about our sick need for fame. In the past, people would know not to brag about crimes. Now people do it all the time because they gotta get more famous.
They get that clout.
Get more famous. But by the way, if you think at the end of the day that this is going to be bad for Meatball, I'm not sure that that's the case.
He's right. Meatball's gonna do good. Meatball's gonna make some money out of this.
She's gonna get fame that she didn't have before, and at the end of the day, she might think that it was a win, and that's deeply disturbing.
Well, if you like that video, let me know your thoughts about this video. If you want to know more about Meatball, I made a video already on my channel. Check that out. It should be linked in the description. Like this video, subscribe to the video, comment down below. I read your comments. Share the video. Thank you. Bye. Love you.